Welcome to another Minecraft tutorial. In this video I'm going to show you a few tricks and hints you want to keep in mind when you're building in Minecraft. You don't have to limit this only to my medieval buildings, which I'm always showing you how to build, but you can also adapt these things to every other building style in Minecraft. So it's a general tutorial about how to build nice things in Minecraft. One really important thing is that you shouldn't try to build realistic. You should try to build something epic that could also be realistic. Take a look at this skyscraper. Its surface is made out of stone and windows, and a real skyscraper would probably look like that. But in Minecraft you want to have something epic on your server, and this is just too plain to have it. So you want to build something which is extraordinary. You want to add details, and you want to make it look unique. Or take this regular house, for example. It has the right measurements, it is made out of stone and bricks, so it looks kind of realistic, but on the other side it looks too plain. So always keep in mind that you want to add details to the surface, whether it is on a different layer or if it just is the surface itself by using different materials. So if we apply this rule to my medieval structures, this is, for example, a house which isn't realistic, but it could be. There was probably no building ever in history which looked like this, because it's too unpractical. But in Minecraft we just have to make certain things, certain details, which are kind of unrealistic, but which could also be possible, and make the build look in the end a lot better than it was before. One important thing you should also keep in mind is that you should try to build asymmetrical. This could be a little bit hard at the beginning, because many people have a problem with that, but take a look at these towers here. Those two towers are on totally different positions, and there's nothing symmetrical about them. And from the side the building looks nice, but when you look at the building from up front, it looks kind of weird because everything is symmetrical. And this is a perfect example why building asymmetrical is so important. And it goes hand in hand with one of the following things I'm going to tell you: building randomized. Now, one of the hard things about randomization is that you can't really learn it. You have to have the feeling for it. For example, on this wall I used as the main material cobblestone, but I mixed some smooth stone right in it. And that way it looks much better and more appealing to the eye of the viewer. And at the bottom part of the wall I mixed some cracked stone bricks in the wall. But I did that without any plan. So for example, don't replace every other block in the wall with another material. In this case, for example, I'm filling in smooth stone in this cobblestone wall, and let's put some up here. And now you might think, oh, in the bottom right corner there's nothing here, there's only cobblestone. I should put in some smooth stone there. But that's the mistake. You would think you have to put something there. Then you shouldn't. Because if you do this like that, this looks weird, because down here and up there are the same amount of smooth stone in there. So this looks a lot more randomized. Another thing you can do to decorate the wall is to use stairs and replace some cobblestone with stairs placed upside down or regular. This kind of looks like there is a brick in the wall missing, and this changes the appearance of the surface and makes the whole thing look a lot better. Now, another thing to bring in some variation is to use double pillars as corners, or on the same build just a single block as a corner. That brings in variation because it's different to the other side. It's once again not symmetrical. Another possibility to add detail to a wall is to add another layer to the outside, for example a stabilizing pillar like this, or to use the new cobblestone walls for pillars. Also note that I'm going to place them right in front of the kind of missing bricks here, which once again puts emphasis on the randomization. Another thing you can do is to make kind of another roof, like a shelter to the outside of the building. Once again, for that I'm using the cobblestone walls, and rather than building the roof up here, for example, about like this, instead of doing that, you can expand the roof to the outside. Just for that you can use the new corner stairs, or the old way works as well. And that way the roof or the building itself will look a lot better. So as you can see, this building now looks better once we fill in that up here. So we have a lot more detail, and now you can put some stabilizing parts here, or replace them by cobblestone stairs or another material, I don't care. just bring in detail. And another thing is you could just plug in a random window. I mean, it kind of looks out of place, but once again, it's random. Now let's talk about roofs. In my opinion, the roof is the most important part of the whole build, simply because the surface of the roof takes about, let's just say, 60% of the whole build surface. So we have to make sure there's enough detail in it to make it look epic. As you will see, I always used the previous designs with the randomization here, the stabilizing parts, and the thing with the missing bricks on a later design. So these are the 5 pretty much basic designs for a roof. The first thing is with a raise of 1 block, so you go 1 block to the side and 1 block up, then it's a stair on top of that, and an upside down stair placed here. I don't like this too much because I think the roof is too thick. I like this one better, which is the same thing, just without the upside down stairs here. And yeah, it's personal preference, but just do what you want. This is what most people associate with the word Nordic. It is a raise by 1 block to the side and 2 blocks up. There are many other things you have to take into account when you want to build Nordic. This doesn't mean that this is a Nordic house, but that's a totally another topic. As you can see here, this is the design with the missing bricks. And this is a combination out of those two. So first of all, it's a raise of 1 block to the side and 1 block up, and then 2 times the raise by 1 block to the side and 2 blocks up. This kind of looks a little bit Asian, but once again, it's the same thing with this semi-Nordic thingy here. This doesn't mean that this is an Asian house. There are other things you have to take care of to make the thing look Asian. Once again, as you can see here, this is another variation of the exterior here to make a kind of pre-roof here. Yeah, just nice to have. And this is the 5th design. It is a raise by 2 blocks to the side and 1 block up. I think this fits perfectly on a kind of storage facility or something like that, a warehouse. So yeah. But of course you can do it use it on usual houses as well. So now let's move on to the details. It's very important to add details to a roof, otherwise it would be too plain. So what we can, for example, do is to add a small window here. I'm going to show you how I did this later. And one important thing is that once again you don't place the second window exactly here, so that it's once again synchronous. But if you want to add a second one, add it up here, so 1 block more to the side and 1 block more up. So this will make the whole thing once again look asynchronous and better for that sake. Another thing is to add, for example, chimney, or this is a more advanced design, so we have an archway down here supporting this roof section up here, and then once again here you can see the variation with many different kinds, or 2 different kinds of wool, and just 2 randomized placed sideway logs. And this roof is actually higher than the original roof, and yeah, this is just another way of making a roof look better in the end. Another thing is you could add like an expansion to the side, so sticking out in this case, for example, 3 blocks, and this is pretty much just a beam with a cross beam and another beam here. And I'm just going to show you what you can do with that. So first of all, when you add the roofs, just up until they connect with the original roof, you can use the new corner stairs, or if you are playing on an older version, or you just want to do it like you did in the old Minecraft days and the good old days, you can use the planks to connect them, like here. And then you take slabs, place them like this. Then let's just fill in the walls up here and there, and then I'm going to later on fill in some windows here. So this is one example of adding details to a roof. Another thing is you could add the window I showed you earlier. For that, place 2 logs here, 2 sideway logs, 1 on top and 1 down here. Then I'm going to replace this stair here with another slab. Let's get rid of this. And place 1 stair, and then I'm going to place 1 stair in front of those, so that we have a quarter of a block missing here. So this is kind of a corner stair without any connection to it. And I think, well, I like this design. I don't know what you think about it, but I think this is once again a good way of variation. Another possibility is to make the chimney. Let's just put it here. Whoops, that was 1 block too much. So for that I'm just going to go up here, and then I'm going to add 2 stairs, then 2 more blocks and 2 more stairs like this, then an iron bar and a stone brick slab like this. And another possibility is to add a little tower. And for that, which will be a really simple design, I'm just going to go up 2 blocks like this. Let's take those away. Let's go up until here. Then I'm going to place 2 logs like this, placed sideways. Sideway log here, and then some wool for the rest of the walls. God damn it, like that. Then it's 4 planks here, stairs to the outside. Oops, once again. Same thing here, and of course here. And it's a plank on top of the sideway logs. 2 stairs like this. A half slab here, and a plank on top. Oops. Like that. And now I'm just going to take the glass, put it in here, put it in there, and put it in here. And that way, well, this is a little bit too much detail for one roof, but these are just examples. As I said, many different kinds of details you can add to a roof, and it's important to do so. And once you get used to experimenting with the roofs, you might build a building with one roof, or with, let's just say, many roofs. The last thing you should remember is that you should build with and into the landscape and surroundings you have, rather than getting rid of them and making a flat surface. So as you can see here, I used the hill and the landscape to expand the castle's right part a little bit further down. That way it looks much more appealing. The last thing I want to say is the larger the building is, or the larger the wall is you're dealing with, the more detail you have to throw in there to make it look nice. Well, and with that, that's pretty much it. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you will keep in mind all the tricks and tips and hints I gave you here, and that next time when you build something epic and cool and with a lot of detail, you will think about me, and you will... wait, that sounded kind of weird. The guys can think about me while building, and my female fans can think about me while doing other stuff. But whatsoever, I've been Madness64, and as always, please rate, comment, subscribe, do as you will, and I hopefully will see you next time. Bye bye.